Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to fix a washing machine or how to join his wiring system. So let's begin with it. Okay. So first of all, I'm going to be explaining to you about this washing machine. So we have this little washing machine over here, and according to what's written over here, this washing machine have 120 watts and it takes a power of 110 voltages, and this washing machine's washing load capacity is only 7.7 lbs and the drying capacity is 3.3 lbs. So this information that we have over here proves to us that this washing machine is very small and it have a small capacity with a very weak watt power. Okay, so now let's begin with it. Here I got this washing machine and all the wires are open up. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to connect all the wires and how to connect it with the capacitor and how to use it all. So let's begin with it. Okay, so first of all, this wire that we have here, these three wires, this is the wire of the power cord of the washing machine. This is the wire of power cord. It comes from here. The black one is positive and the white one is negative. And the green one that we have here, this is earthing. And now the earthing of this is connected with the two motors, with the motors earthing. All the earthings are connected together. So this is one group of wire. We're gonna put it over here. So guys, right now, these three wires that you're seeing here, the one with the red, blue, and yellow, this is our washing motors. This is our washing motors wires. So now we are going to check if our motors wires are connected and if the motor is short or not. So we are going to use the multimeter to check if the wires are connected or if the motor is short or not. Okay, I'm gonna put the multimeter here. So we are going to take one wire and I will start testing. First of all, I will start testing if the wires are connected to the motor or not. As you can see, it's showing a value. That means the wire is connected to the motor. Now let's check the other wire. Here you can see this wire also shows a value. That means it's connected to the motor. Now we are going to check if the motor is short or not. So let's begin with it. Here, as you can see, it doesn't show any value. That means the motor is not short and is perfectly fine. Now let's begin with the other wires. Okay, these three other wires that you're seeing, the one with the white, gray, and blue wires, these three wires are our dryer motors wire. Now we are going to do the same thing here and we're going to check it if it's working or not. Okay. Here you can see it shows value. That means the wire is connected. Here it shows value again. That means the wire is connected. Now let's do the same thing and check if the motor is short or not. So I'll take this and I'll put it over there. Here you can see it doesn't show any value. That means the motor is completely fine and it's not short. So guys, we just checked our motor's wire and we checked the motor too, if it's working or not, or if it's short, or if the wire is connected or not. And according to the results, we come to this situation that the motors are completely fine and the wires are also connected and it's not short. So now we are going to check our timers, that if the timers wires are connected and if it's working or not. So let's begin with it. Again, to check the timers, we are going to use the multimeter. Okay, so this white and this brown wire that you're seeing here, this is our dryer's timer. So first of all, we are going to begin with this one. I'm going to check it. Here, as you can see, it doesn't show any value because the timer is not on right now. So now I'll put the key and I will turn it and turn it on the timer and see if it works or not. Okay, so I will use this to turn it on. Okay, I turned on the timer. Now I'll check it. Here, as you can see, it shows value. That means it's completely working and it's fine. Okay, now we're going to check our washer timer's wire, if it's connected and or if it's working or not. So again, we're going to be using the multimeter to check it out. So let's begin with it. So note this up. Our timers is currently off. So I'm just going to be checking it. Here, it doesn't show any value because the timer is off right now. This one also doesn't show any value because the timer is off. So now let's turn on the timer and check it again. Okay, I turned on the timer. Now let's check it out. Okay, so this timer, it have 3 wires and it keeps changing the power from one wire to another wire. Right now it's on the yellow, but when you hear a tick or a click on the timer, then it will change the power. See, we just heard a click. Now it's on this wire, now it's on the red one. So it keeps changing it like that. Here, we heard another click, now it's on the yellow. It's like that. And we are also at this situation that all of my timers wire, all of them works perfectly fine and there's no problem to it. So now let's move on. Okay, so we did all the checkings. Now we are going to connect all the wires and see if it works or not. So now let's begin with it. So first of all, I'll be connecting here. These 2 blue wires are the common of my motors. I'll be connecting it with the power cord's negative wire. Okay, so I connected the commons with the power cord's negative wire. Then I'm going to take the capacitor and I'm going to connect the capacitor with all the wires that we have over here. So the capacitor's red wire will be connected with all the red wires that we have over here. Here. The capacitor's red wire will be connected to our washer's running wire. And then our washer timer's red wire will also be connected with the red wire that we have over here. Okay, after we are done connecting the red wires, now we will connect the yellow wire of our capacitor with the yellow wires that we have over here. So this is our timer's yellow wire. We'll be connecting it with the capacitor. Okay, we connected it. Now we will take our washer's yellow wire and we will connect it to the capacitor also. Okay. Now this side of our capacitor is done. Now let's move on to the white and gray wires of our capacitor. The gray wire will be connected to our dryer's gray wire here. Then our white wire that we have over here, this will also be connected with the capacitor's red wire. Now our dryer's timer's white wire will also be connected with the capacitor's white wire. Okay, now we have connected our capacitors, all of the wires. Now there's few more wires remaining to connect. It's the brown wires of us and the power cord's positive wire. So now we'll take both of our brown wires and we'll connect it to our power cord's positive wire. Just like that. First we'll connect the two. Then we'll take our power cord's positive wire and we'll connect it. Here, it's done like that. Here. We connected all of the wire. It's simple as that. So now let's test it up to see if it works or not. Okay guys, so we have did the wirings and now I'm going to test it up if it's working or not. So I'm gonna plug it up and see if it works or not. Okay, I've connected the power cord. Now let's begin and see if it works, if the machine works or not. Here, as you can see, I'll open it up. See, the motor is turning. The motor is working, it's completely fine. It's turning and it's working. Now let's check the dryers. The dryer is also running, as you can see, it's perfectly fine. Now when I open it up, it will stop running. That means it's completely fine. Okay, so I did the wiring and I've connected it. As you can see, it works completely fine. So I hope you have learned something. Now let's plug it up and finish it up. So guys, now we are going to cover the wire's heads first. So now let's begin with it. Okay, this is the back of the washing machine and I've got this little stuff to cover the wire's head. We use it to cover the wire's head. So I'm going to take one here and let's start by putting our wires. I'll fit the wires in. Okay. Just like that, we cover our wire's head for safety, because if two wires touches each other, then it's going to create a short circuit. So now let's cover up the rest of it. Okay. Our yellow wires. One more for our red wires. And one for our brown wires. Okay, I've covered all of their heads for safety. Now let's move on to the next part. Okay, so we have jumbled up our wires. Now we are going to use a cable tie to tie them up, so in case it doesn't lose itself. Okay guys, as you saw with me, we have fixed this machine and I did the wiring. I completely reassembled everything. We checked the motors if it's working or not. We checked the wires too. And at the end of the day, the machine was completely fine and is working very well. So thank you so much for watching. Share, like and subscribe. See you till next time.